Hey guys, it's me MegaKill366 and I'm back for another video. Normally I'd be doing a great big plea and saying sorry I am for not doing a video, but this time I can't be bothered. I'm just gonna get straight into the review. Oh shit, I haven't shaved. As you can tell. Anyway, I'm here to do a book review of a graphic novel I decided to just bring out on the whim of fun of it. Now, I know I haven't done a video in a while, but that could be just for the main focal reason that I just couldn't really be bothered the arse to do a video. So, bear with me there, guys. Couldn't be bothered, I guess, to do a video, because I just haven't been feeling up to it. Every day I get to the point where I want to do one, I'm right there, got the computer loaded up, and I just don't do it. Anyway, not here to talk about why I'm not doing videos. I'm here to talk about a graphic novel I decided to just pick up one day out of a store, just because I heard there was a good book. I heard there were good reviews of it of Dark Avenger C86 and Pete's Basement, who Dark Avenger recommended to me. That's how I got into Pete's Basement, through Dark Avenger saying it was a good reviewer. He's just like me, except that's what Dark Avenger said. He's just like me, but not. Dark Avenger C86. If you want to look at a comic book reviewer who knows his knowledge on comics and is well-rounded and a great reviewer for comics. He's one of my favorite reviewers to do with the comic universe. I don't buy normal comics anymore, the thing like the comics like he does, like comic books. I buy graphic novels. So I watch all of his videos of, say for example, we'll talk about Flashpoint. He gave his point on Flashpoint. He said what he thought of Flashpoint and what it was about in that. And my opinion itself is took that on board, and I'm considering buying the graphic novel for Flashpoint when it's released, or when I'm able to get it off Amazon. You know, also, it's also Fear Itself. I heard his review on it, and I heard Pete's Basement, and I got ready to buy it. This series, though, I actually bought on the recommendation of Dark Avenger. I watched all of his videos on this comic book series, and then after his version of the series, and I watched like his episodes, I would go and watch Pete's Basement's ones, but really, I think Pete's Basement, since it's okay, it's not the greatest DC series ever. It's one of the best, but not the best. So, I read from Dark Avenger's comments and stuff that it was a really good review, and really good book, so I picked it up. Anyway, no longer gonna stall the video. If it takes longer than 2 videos, then great. If it doesn't, then bullshit. The comic book or graphic novel is a hardcover release of the book, and if you're wondering why I look that way, it's because my dog sat there on the bed. It's Blackest Night, okay? I have not read all of this. Well, I have. I've read it all. Not all of it yet. I've read parts and parcel of it, and it's a pretty damn well-rounded, good book, and I actually enjoyed the whole book series of Blackest Night. I only got the, I was gonna get the comic book series version from a place I found where it does normal comic books off of like YouTube or eBay or Amazon, and then I heard they were doing the graphic novel versions, and I thought personally they were going to be paperbacks like every other review I've ever seen on comic books. I presumed they were going to be paperbacks and that. By the way, do you like my new Superman-esque t-shirt? I got this from a guy from my mom's work, was a fan of Superman and was throwing out a lot of his comics, like t-shirts. But they were too small for him now, so he's gave them away and they're good enough on me. Anyway, Anyway, I heard that they were doing a graphic novel, which I thought in personal terms was paperback. Did not know about. I didn't know it was hardcovers, but I think that was for like limited series and hard to get series. And pardon me, like for example, I'll just use one out of the air, Lock and Key. For Walking Dead and IDW and all them lot, and IDW and Boom Studios. I thought they were the only ones that did deal in hardcovers, and that Marvel and DC dealt in paperbacks. But I did not know that they did hardcovers like this version of comic book and get away with how cool it was. So when I found out they were doing the hardcover to this, I just went along and got this, because I'm planning on wreaking havoc with the hardcovers, in my opinion. I'm not really the person who will buy a hardcover just for the sake of buying a hardcover, but from now on I'm going to get a lot of hardcovers and paperbacks. I do like my paperbacks. One, for Marvel, paperbacks. For DC, hardcovers, because DC is cool. I may get Fear itself in hardcover just because I can't, because the paperback is sold out and it's hard to find in store. It's not really in store. So I don't think it's actually got a store release yet until I think Amazon's got hold of some. And so have they, but the stores are not releasing them until after. So unless I go to like Livingston or something and I see the hardcover, the paperback of Fear itself, I'll then get the my wrist is sore. The paperback of it. This is the slipcover. We'll just talk about the slipcover quickly. It's got the symbols of the rings. Red rage, orange avarice, yellow fear, green will, blue hope, purple compassion, pink love, well sapphire love, and black death. And obviously we all know the white one, which is life, which is a part of the Brightest Day series, and I'm probably going to get that in hardcover along with the Flashpoint in hardcover too. And this has the really nice Black Lantern symbol there within white. The book, in my opinion, has absolutely 100 million% awesome artwork. Now, this will probably take two parts because obviously the part I had before this, which I just did. I'm going to put this back into its paper cover holder because I like to keep them safe. While I'm into this whole bit, putting the book back into its cover holder and stuff, the series was really well-rounded and good, but one thing I want to let you all into before I carry on with the book review, if you look there, there's my, there's a shelf right there, which is this shelf right here. You're probably wondering where are all my DVDs. Like I just showed you a second ago, they're all on this shelf. Now I have two shelves. I don't have a big one like that. A big one. I just have two shelves put side by side. And oh yeah, there's my DC collection shelf. And yes, at some point in life I'm going to get on to reviewing this DVD because I had it a while and I promised I'd review it to you last time on my other channels. And this channel I've also promised you millions and millions of times. So really, that's my Blackest Night. That's my Blackest Night graphic novels, and that's my shelves. Now you can tell I have two shelves now. That's why this one's further away from me. To get the understanding, these shelves are easier said than neat. If I had a double shelf, I got rid of like this bit and then double screwed each one into it, so it was like a continuation of one big long shelf, then maybe that would be cooler. But now, when I don't have a lot of DVDs, what's the point? Putting all my DVDs onto that shelf and having nowhere to put them here. So I want to keep the two of them separate, and then when I get enough money, or I get enough DVDs, I might convert to getting the double one, or not, just keep it as is, and maybe take all that stuff down and put it onto a different shelf, which my toys can come down off, my figures can come down, I mean, off there, and maybe go on the bottom board shelf. I don't know, or into a box or something, or at my dad's. I take my toys to my dad's because that'll be a place where I like to use them in my disco funds. Anyway, as I was talking about Blackest Night, and I just got carried away there. Sorry about that, guys. We'll come back after the next part, and we'll get on with Blackest Night, I suppose, and we'll get into the actual story rather than the book itself. First up, I want to show my signed picture of the Smallville cast members to you in a review. it didn't cost a lot to get this Pro picture. It wasn't really hard to get. It was maybe like it's a printed version of like it's basically just a picture that somebody had actually got signed, and then they photocopied it into color on internet on their computer. And there's the back and stuff. So this was just a cheap frame that my dad got, stuck it in it for Christmas last year. Which, by the way, I was into Smallville, absolutely mad into Smallville last year. Absolutely. Like, it was the first year I got into Smallville, and I wanted everything Smallville that year for Christmas. My dad was kind of more happy it was Smallville rather than Power Rangers. Anyway, like I said, in my next big part, I'm going to talk about this. The Blackest Night graphic novel. So, catch you there, guys. See you later. And bye. And obviously stay clean for Christmas. Bye.